Good evening and welcome to Brunswick Beat. I'm Laura Lewis.
And I'm Stacy Manning. In our leading story tonight, March 1st marks 1 year since 3-year-old Jerron Liddell McAllister was killed in Shallotte. There are still no charges for his death. Both Shallotte Police Chief Rodney Goss and District Attorney John David say the case is still under investigation and they are doing everything they can to bring justice. Jerron was dropped off at the hospital by Monte Murray on March 1st, 2012. He died within minutes. Murray then fled and led police on a chase that ended with his arrest after he rammed 2 police cars. A second suspect, Jesse Holt, was arrested on drug charges at the Cardinal Point apartment in Shallotte, where Jerron was being babysat while his mother was at work. Autopsy results showed Jerron died from blunt force trauma.
Leland resident Martha Mintz, 61, was killed in a head-on collision Friday, a wreck that led to a second-degree murder charge against Pierre Walker. Walker's vehicle crossed the median into oncoming traffic on westbound North Carolina Highway 74 and 76 and hit Mintz, who died at the scene. Walker was treated for minor injuries and released, then arrested and charged with second-degree murder, habitual driving while impaired, felony death by vehicle, and driving left of center. 18 days before the fatal wreck, Walker was convicted of 2 DWI offenses from November 3, 2011 and July 16, 2011. He was sentenced to 24 months probation on October 22, 2012. Walker was convicted of another DWI stemming from charges from a November 23, 2011 offense.
A capital punishment trial is set to begin March 4th. It is the first death penalty case to be tried locally in 7 years. Carl Alston, 39, faces charges of felony murder, felony first-degree rape, and felony first-degree kidnapping for the 2008 murder of 49-year-old Valerie Burns. Burns' body was found inside the trunk of her burning car in Leland on July 30, 2008. She had last been seen in downtown Wilmington the night before. This is the first capital punishment case in Brunswick County since the 2006 trial of Darrell Wayne Mannis. Mannis was sentenced to death for the shooting death of Boiling Spring Lakes police officer Mitch Prince.
An injured bald eagle is doing well after being rescued in Sunset Beach. The female eagle was found February 16th after it was involved in what is believed to be a territorial fight with another female eagle near Oyster Bay Golf Course. Thanks to residents who aided the eagle's rescue, including former Sunset Beach Mayor Ronald Klein, the eagle was taken to an avian conservation center near Charleston, South Carolina. A spokeswoman at the center said this week the eagle is being treated and should be ready for release in about 2 more weeks.
Brunswick County Fire Department switched over to the Viper radio transmitting system on February 20th. The county had to wait for identification code software provided by Highway Patrol before new radios could go into service. The county had 580 requests for IDs outstanding and received 400 of them in January. Emergency Services Director Anthony Marzano said the county has already refiled with the state to receive the remaining 180 IDs.
Brunswick County Sheriff John Ingram and Brunswick County Assistant District Attorney Gina Essie were recently honored at the North Carolina State Mothers Against Drunk Driving Awards of Excellence banquet. They received awards for efforts to eliminate and prosecute impaired drivers as well as advocate for victims. Ingram received the 2012 Mad Eastern NC Sheriff Award. Essie was awarded the 2012 Mad Eastern NC Prosecutor Award.
Citizens have recently contacted the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office about receiving phone calls from individuals claiming they are soliciting donations on behalf of the Sheriff's Department. Sheriff's officials say they do not engage in phone solicitations, nor do they hire other entities to do so on their behalf. Any call saying otherwise is a scam. Anyone receiving these calls is asked to call 253-2777 and report it immediately.
The town of Sunset Beach was overrun with residents Monday morning. Residents waited in line for a chance to get tickets for the town's upcoming 50th anniversary reception and dinner. Just 600 tickets were available, and by early afternoon, all had been distributed. The event takes place at 6 p.m. Tuesday, March 26th at Sea Trail. For residents who missed out on getting a ticket for this event, the town is also planning a 50th anniversary beach party May 18th that will be open to the first 1,000 guests.
Retired Army National Guard Colonel Ted Carlson logged more than 1,000 volunteer hours with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office last year. He serves as its Volunteer Services Coordinator. Last year, volunteers logged more than 13,000 hours of service. That saved the county more than $200,000. Read this week's Beacon and find out more about Carlson and volunteer opportunities available at the Sheriff's Office.
St. Brendan's Catholic Church is paying tribute this Saturday to one of its longtime employees. Kathy Doyle, who has served as the church's Director of Social Ministries for nearly 13 years, is retiring. A retirement party for Doyle is scheduled for 2 to 4 p.m. this Saturday at the church on Highway 17 just south of Charlotte. Find all these stories and much more inside this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Will this rain and cool weather ever end? Let's check in with Beacon Advertising Representative Jim Cochran and see how the rest of the week will shape up.
Thanks, Stacy, and hello, Brunswick County. It looks like the highs will remain in the lower 50s throughout the weekend and into early next week before temperatures rise on Tuesday into the upper 50s. It is expected to be partly cloudy with lows in the low to mid 30s much of the week. Heading into this weekend, there is a chance of rain with showers on Saturday. There will be minimal ankle high or less surf just about every day this week with the exception of Thursday. Possibly this will bring waist to stomach high swells for most of the day. However, it'll be choppy and disorganized with west and southwest winds 15 to 20 miles per hour in the morning, shifting west for the afternoon. This weekend looks pretty flat with clean conditions for you stand-up paddle boards. However, it might be a little bit windy. So enjoy the weekend and hopefully something will come into next week. Heading to the beach, check out this week's tide times. Now let's get back to Laura with this week's sports report and hang loose, Brunswick County.
Thanks, Jim. Welcome to the Brunswick Sports Report. North Brunswick's Himero Segura and South Brunswick Trent Allen won regional wrestling championships last Saturday. West Brunswick High School advanced 5 wrestlers Saturday from the Classic 3A regional to the state meet this weekend. The state meet is February 28th through March 2nd at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro. The Brunswick Community College baseball team split a doubleheader Sunday at Founders Field against Wilkes Community College, winning the first game 8-1 in 9 innings, but losing a scheduled 7-inning second game 7-5 in 9 innings. With its leading scorer sidelined, the West Brunswick varsity basketball team still played Whiteville neck and neck for more than 3 quarters before falling 56-44 last Friday night in the Farm Bureau Insurance Waccamaw Conference Tournament championship game. The Trojans took home the runner-up trophy. Find all these stories and more great photos inside this week's sports section of the Beacon.
Look at you, how pretty you're going to get. Hey, look at you. Did you got a kiss from me? You got a kiss from me?
I'm out at Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with volunteer Gail Smith, and she just gave a dog a bath.
Yeah, this little boy is going to go into foster. He's a peak mix, and he's probably around close to between 2 and 3 years old.
He's a doll baby.
He did a bath real nice.
He did,
Very
he
well
did.
behaved.
I witnessed it.
Yeah, he's very well behaved, and he smells good now.
He does. He's all ready for adoption.
I think a possibility that he may have been injured, but that if he gets into foster, they'd take better care of him than we could here.
That's great. Yeah, there was something about his legs were possibly injured, but he seems to get around just fine. He just escaped from the bathing room here once, and they had to go and get him, so hopefully he's going to be okay.
We've named him Frankie.
Well, I think Frankie's a good name for him because he needed a name and he needs a new home too. So as Gail said, he's getting ready to go into foster care, but he will be available for adoption through the Brunswick County Animal Services, and you can just contact them to find out more about Frankie. And of course, there are all kinds of dogs and cats available for adoption here. They're open 6 days a week for visitation, and they would love to see you, and they will be happy to help you pick out your forever friend. And Gail, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome, Laura.
giving Frankie a bath, and I think he feels pretty good from that.
He's liking this massage.
Yeah, he is. And thank you too, Frankie.
It's Childhood Obesity Awareness Week, February 25th through March 1st. At least one area school is taking part in helping educate students about obesity risk. Longwood Head Start is having daily activities throughout the week. On Monday, students participated in Children's Fitness Day. Other activities include the presentation by the Brunswick County Health Department, a tasting party, a fruits and vegetable relay race, and learning how to make healthy snacks.
Brunswick Little Theater is launching its 30th and most ambitious year yet. BLT's first production of the season, the Dixie Swim Club, opens March 8th and continues through March 17th at Playhouse 211 at 1320 Highway 211. The comedy is about 5 Southern women who meet every year at the same beach cottage on North Carolina's Outer Banks to renew friendships and recharge their lives. Show times are 7:30 p.m. March 8th and 9th and 15th and 16th and 3 p.m. March 10th and 11th. Tickets are $17 for adults, $12 for students ages 12 plus with ID, and $6 for children younger than 12. Tickets can be purchased in advance at the Playhouse 211 website or by calling the Playhouse 211 at 200-7785 or emailing. Playhouse 211 is on Southport Supply Road in St. James, 12 miles east of US 17 and Supply.
South Brunswick High School senior Connell McKenzie is the first student from the school to receive an appointment to the United States Naval Academy. McKenzie, 17, has been sailing and working on boats since he was 9 years old, but he says the Naval Academy's true appeal is its structure. He likes the idea of staying busy and being constantly challenged. To receive his appointment, McKenzie had to complete applications, a physical exam, and write a personal essay just for the chance to be accepted. He then received a congressional nomination from Representative Mike McIntyre. His goals are a Navy career and an engineering degree.
Award-winning New York singer-songwriter Rupert Waits will be in Brunswick County on Thursday night to perform at Playhouse 211 in St. James. Waits' February 28th performance, which starts at 7 p.m., is a stop on his latest tour promoting his 5th album, At the Losers Motel. The London-born soloist genre is described as melodic art and folk, haunting songs that ring true. Since his arrival in the States, Waits has garnered more than 25 awards. Tickets for Thursday night's performance are $12, general admission, and $15 orchestra. Tickets can be purchased in advance at the Playhouse 211 website or by calling 200-7785 or emailing Playhouse 211. Playhouse 211 is on Southport Supply Road in St. James, 12 miles east of US 17 and Supply.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you have comments or suggestions for us at Brunswick Beat, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Don't forget to follow the Beacon on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only TV news show. We close out this week's show with images from last weekend's Health Expo.